Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Rebel, and today we're doing something a little different. We are doing some face art, and I'm just putting on some foundation, which you see. It was an AOA Studio Powerwear. So, I'm drawing it out with it's a eyebrow pencil. It's by Flower Beauty. It's not my favorite, but I like to use it whenever I'm drawing stuff out, or mapping stuff. So yes, this look is inspired by the state I live in, which is Oklahoma. I just randomly looked up some photos online, and I found this photo, and I got all my supplies laid out ready to go. Those are my new brushes, by the way. So, I'm using the BH Cosmetics Lunar New Year palette, and I'm starting off with the yellow that's in the palette. And I'm just placing that around where I drew. It just landed on my face, basically. So yeah, like I said, I found a photo online, and that's why I kind of look over my shoulder at. I have my laptop sitting up there with the photo out so I can look at it for reference. But now I'm using the orange in the palette, and then now I'm using the orange red. And I'm just doing a gradient effect, which I decided to go sunset with this look, so that's the colors I chose to use. But yeah, I've done like album covers, I've done fruits, I've done all kinds of stuff. So I was trying to think of what I could do next for one of my looks, and I decided I got inspiration from my state. So I decided I'm going to start doing artwork that's centered around the state I live in. So now I'm adding a purple. I had to get into a other palette. I think it was a BH palette. I can't exactly remember it. I didn't hold it up because I was dumbass. But anyways, I forgot to hold it up. But I'm just placing this dark purple now. It's just blending it all together. It's a lot of blending. And you know me, I go over the top. I can't just do my eyelid, as I know there's a lot of artists out there. They do the eye art, is what I call it, where they just primarily do it on their eyelids. And more power to them, but one, I don't have the eyelids for that stuff, and two, I can't do that. It's too small of an area, and you know me, I like to be over the top. So now I'm working on, and I'm going to tell you what it is. It's a buffalo. I found a picture of a buffalo, and that's what I decided to do, because whenever, I see a buffalo, I think of the tall grass prairie that's up in Osage County, and going and see the buffaloes out in the field. So it's kind of a reminder of home. So like I said, I'm just laying down the primary colors to this. And then I'm going to go in and detail everything. And what I'm using a water activated liner. I have found that it's the best for me whenever I'm doing this artwork. I don't really like face paints, especially the oil-based ones. They just, some of them don't dry down, and they just kind of move around. They break me out really bad, too. I just don't really like them. Like I said, so far, my favorite has been these water-activated liners. And these I got from a company that's no longer in business. It was just a small indie company. But you can find these water-activated liners now. I think about every company now is doing them. But now I'm just starting to detail out the buffalo. Start to lay down the different colors. I'm just trying to place the hair on the top of his head. Like I said, I was looking at a picture of a real buffalo, but then I didn't want to get that detailed and tried to make him look realistic. So I started trying to do it my way. But I still needed to know the shape of the buffalo too. So that's why I was looking at that a real life photo of a buffalo. But I'm laying down some yellow. I put the primary brown down for the body as a gray for the horn. So now I'm kind of highlighting and adding some color with yellow. I think I just said that. Hello, wake up, stupid. Anyways. Unfortunately, my song that I used at the beginning, the last video I did, I played it through and I got copyrighted for it, and I don't get it. I got that song off of a free copyright website, so it supposedly doesn't have copyright issues, but YouTube seems to think it does. So now I can't play music unless I find something else, which I'm sorry. So that's why I'm talking through this, because it would just be boring to sit here with nothing and just watching me and not knowing what the hell I'm really doing here. So now I'm adding yellow. I guess you'd call it hair. Kind of hair and highlight. Just kind of shading him out. Like I said, I didn't want him to look traditional or realistic. I could probably do realistic animals and stuff. I used to actually do that, but no, I want something different on the face. I wanted color. I mean, I don't want it to look too cartoony either, but I would, like I said, I want to add some color. So now I'm adding this turquoise blue. Like I said, to his, I guess you call it beard. They seem to have a beard at the top of his head. And just anywhere else I want to highlight with the blue. Now I'm totally blank. See, I can't do this and talk. I got sidetracked. I started watching TV. So, um, let's get back to what I was doing here. Now I've got a dark brown. I mixed my black and my brown together to get a darker brown to add more shadow to it. Just to add texture. Like I said, it's shadowing, and I don't want it to look like a 5-year-old drew this. I want it to look like at least an adult drew this. So I have to add some shadowing. And it's kind of, because I messed up on the horn, because I wasn't taking account my face shape. It is kind of hard to paint on your face like this, because you forget how your face will distort paintings and stuff, or whatever you're putting on your face. So yeah, my cheekbone kind of distorted the horn out, so it doesn't completely look like I wanted it to, but it did look good at the end. It just wasn't what I wanted. We can't always get what we want, I guess, but it is kind of a challenge. I mean, for me now, it's just second nature to look in a mirror and paint on my face. I don't know, to be honest, if I could paint on a sheet of paper or a canvas now, because I've got so used to painting on my face and looking it through a mirror. And it kind of sucks though, because I did this and I really liked it. Well, I couldn't really save it, you know. That's the only thing that sucks about doing your face. If you do like something, well, then it's not really saved, because you have to wash this shit off. So, like I said, I did really fall in love with this. He turned out a lot better than I thought he would. So like I said, I added those colors of teal, orange, and yellow just to add dimension and color to it. So now I'm just going through with black. I think it's black. Yeah, yeah. So I'm outlining everything in black. For me, with my art, it is extremely important. I guess because it's what I learned in, art school and stuff. To do shadowing, outlining, and highlighting. It's like those are the three major things. So now I'm working on the horn. I'm just gonna Basically, it looks like I heavy highlighted. I didn't. What I'm going to do is I laid down a bunch of white, and I'm going to take some gray, and I'm going to mix that and blend it in to kind of give that horn a little bit of dimension and color. Just so it doesn't look so one-dimensional with just one color and an outline. You could do that. I mean, there's nothing saying you can't do that. I wanted more to it. So I'll go back in with, I think it's the gray. Like I said, I didn't realize how much my cheekbone would distort the horn whenever I played it down. I didn't see it until after I got the paint on. And at that time, it's already too late. Especially when you're doing this face art. Once you lay something down, you're committed. Unless you just want to wipe the whole thing off and restart again. And I didn't want to do that. So that's why I'm going through now fixing it. So now I'm just outlining the eyes with the black eye. There ain't no eyes. It's just one eyeball. I love doing eyes. I love painting eyes of animals and stuff. But my favorite thing to do is landscapes and animals. Life. I used to be, like I said, really good at doing lifelike stuff. I haven't done that in years though, so I may not be so good at it, but people were my weakness. I couldn't draw people to save my life. I used to love oh man, I went totally blank. I used to do a lot of it. I used to get those calligraphy pens and just dot out my work. So my whole artwork would just be nothing but dots. There was no color, no. Your highlights, your shadows was all by dots, and I used to love doing that. But man, that take up so much time. So I said I'm just going through with the black and just adding it to his hair and giving him some dimension so he's not so, like I said, look like a 5-year-old done it. I've already got other ideals lined up that I want to do that involves, stuff in my state or around my state or reminds me of my state. I really do love where I live. As I was born and raised here in Oklahoma, and so I've got Okie blood in me. I've also got Native American blood. My great grandfather was Cherokee, and on my dad's side, there was Indian. So I kind of like things that are, revolved around the Native American as well, which buffalo are definitely a big part of Native American heritage and stuff. So now I'm just adding the white highlights. So like I said, shadowing and highlighting are so important whenever you're doing artwork. Especially when you're doing realistic things. You definitely need those two. I said he turned out so cute other than the damn horn situation, but I might have to try to paint this on paper if I can recreate it again. Or not on paper, sorry, on canvas. I do love working with acrylics. Acrylic was probably my favorite medium. Yeah. The Anyways, acrylic is my favorite to work with, and second to work with would probably be ink or pen with the dots, the calligraphy pen. My least favorite to work with was watercolor. I never did really like using watercolor. Yeah, you missed that part. I totally forgot to push play. Anyways, I did a shadow work of a windmill and some trees and bushes and grass and stuff. So that's just done in black. I just drew that on. Nothing really major to that. So now I'm just adding a bunch of clouds. Like I said, I was just going to just leave the buffalo as it was, but then I decided I wanted to make the sunset look like he's overlooking the prairie. So that's I had to add the clouds and the background scenery. I rock it out to some music while I do that. I can't do this stuff without having music playing. So I'm just adding some highlight shadows to the clouds. I started off with black and now I'm adding a gray just to give the clouds more dimension in the color. Braden's in the background. He's in the background growling. There we go. I gotta get it out. Kind of a tongue twister. So if you hear something that sounds weird, that's just Braden growling like a dog. I don't know why. Yeah, like I said, kudos to the girls that could just do the one eye art looks. Like I said, I can't do that, as you could see. I have to go over the top, use my full face. Usually I do half face looks, but this time I decided to just use my full face. I said I go over the top. So now I'm just doing a little liner. I put yellow on the other side. I'm just putting some pink liner on this eye. And then I'm going to finish off with some mascara. And I think my video... Oh, yeah, we're about finished here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing my outro. But I will add a little clip of video of the end product because I forgot to show that at the end. But I hope you liked this video. And I hope it inspires you. And stay tuned for more makeup looks from Oklahoma. Face painting. Anyways, see y'all later. Love y'all. Bye.
Rebel Rock Armageddon, it's a wasted place to live. But if it's isotopes you want, I got plenty.